This is part 2 of the Awakenings Fantasy tabletop role-playing game classes video. The Necromancer. Necromancers are primary casters with a strong connection to the magical realm known as the Fade. As such, they cannot wear armour of any sort unless they wish to suffer very large penalties to their casting abilities. Necromancers have the power to draw on the negative energies of the Fade. They have access to a huge range of spells which can be used to bolster the group, crowd control enemies, deal direct damage, heal and summon pets. For the most part they operate in secrecy, as society tends to view them as too powerful and dangerous to be part of normal life. It's worth pointing out that necromancers are not inherently evil, they simply understand and can manipulate aspects of the dead realm within the Fade. How you play the character is up to you. The Monk. Monks are masters of the martial arts, channeling inner strength and discipline into physical prowess. They are spiritual warriors who seek perfection through combat, meditation, and understanding of the flow of the Fade, the vital energy that exists within all living beings. Monks serve as versatile combatants, capable of engaging enemies up close, supporting allies with their knowledge, and completing tasks that require finesse and subtlety. When rolling your monk character, you will have the option to pick an artem or school, and this will help determine your starting deity and progression path. Monks don't start the game with a signature skill, rather the GM will gift you one from quite a large list based on the kind of background that your character has. The Ranger. Rangers are at home in most climates. They are well known for their survival skills and hunting abilities. Many are able to read the tracks of both animals and humanoids. They tend to favour light or medium armour as they rely on quick reflexes and speed in combat, and they can wield melee and ranged weapons with equal gusto. Rangers also have a connection to the Fade due to their bond with the natural world, and because of this they have a limited ability to cast spells. They will often be seen with an animal companion who they can form a very close connection to. The Ranger is a great addition to any party. The Paladin. Paladins are defenders of the faith. They have a rigid code that they must abide by, akin to a medieval knight or perhaps a samurai. Each church will have its own strictures. Breaking the code can mean paying penance, being cast out, or even losing their ability to cast spells. At the start of the game, the GM will work with you to establish a code for your character. Paladins can adopt a number of different roles on the battlefield. They can often be found defending their allies with sword and shield, but many are also known for their magical healing and bolstering powers. They have a signature spell that they start the game with called Lay on Hands. Paladins are a hybrid class, which means that they can wear plate mail without penalty. However, their spells are incredibly expensive and must be used with great care. The Rogue. Rogues are the masters of stealth and subterfuge. They rely on their cunning, agility, and an array of skills to outmaneuver their foes and gain the upper hand. Whether as thieves, assassins, or scouts, rogues excel in situations where a direct approach is either unwise or impossible. When attacking from stealth or behind, rogues can deliver devastating critical hits that can turn the tide of any battle. They do double the normal damage with any back attack, and they also have an ability which is unique to rogues called Fatal Strike. The Shadow Knight. Shadow Knights are frontline fighters. They favour heavy armour and two-handed weapons or sword and shield. They make exceptional tanks. Much of their power comes from the use of the Fade for blood magic. Casting is very taxing for a Shadow Knight though, and all their spells are expensive to cast, similar to a Paladin. They have a signature spell which they can use once a day called Death Touch. A Shadow Knight is born out of great loss or some kind of pain within their life and is not necessarily evil. Like the Necromancer, it is up to you how you play the class. The Shaman. Shamans are spiritual guides and practitioners not of divine magic but of animal spirits, of the land and of the Fade. Unlike druids who derive power directly from the land and nature itself, shamans directly bind themselves to animal totems such as bear, wolf, eagle and horse. They can commune with these entities and harness their power to perform tasks for both good and ill. They have a wide variety of spells, primarily focused on empowering a party and hindering their enemies. They use small animal totems as ingredients for many of their spells, often carved out of wood, bone, or other natural materials. The Warrior. Warriors are the backbone of any battlefront, known for their physical prowess and unmatched combat skills. They are the shield that protects the weak and the sword that vanquishes the enemy. With a strong arm and an unyielding resolve, warriors face their enemies head-on, often leading the charge into the fray. In Awakenings, the warrior serves as the frontline combatant, absorbing damage and protecting the more vulnerable members of the party. Their combat skills make them indispensable in direct confrontations, and their leadership can turn the tide of any battle. They start the game with a unique signature ability called Battleborn. This ability increases the warrior's defense the longer a fight goes on, and represents the warrior settling into the engagement, predicting where the next blow will come from, who to parry, when to dodge, and generally sizing up their opponents. That concludes our look at the classes in Awakenings Fantasy, and hopefully it will help you choose the kind of character you would like to play.